Good morning. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on maintenance. This is maintenance week 20, day 2. Woke up this morning at 221.8. I seem to be bouncing around 220 to 222. So this morning I woke up pretty much right in the middle of that range. Um, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I don't expect um, a weight increase at all. I mean, maybe a quarter pound, half pound, maybe even a pound, but that's about it. Um, I've hit a plateau here, and it's important that you be aware too. When you water fast and you're only drinking water, or even when you're on maintenance, you're going to hit a plateau. You may stay there a day, 2 days. You may stay at that plateau for an entire week. And, give your body a chance to, um, to um, adjust to that plateau. Because at some point, your body will break through that plateau and you'll continue on down. I had a viewer question. As you know, I was in a car accident in January, and the viewer is on meds the same as myself. And the viewer said, would I recommend that you go off drugs, prescription drugs? Um, it's a personal choice. I mean, I don't care what drug you're on unless you're taking, you're dying from cancer and you're taking cancer meds. Please continue to take those. But if if you're on thyroid medicine, if you're on blood pressure meds, some of the general drugs that every time you go to the doctor, oh, you've got thyroid issue, here's the thyroid drug. You've got high blood pressure, here's a blood pressure drug. Uh, it's a personal decision, but when I first started my water fast 5 years ago, 5+ years ago, I went off all drugs day one. Okay. I was injecting myself with needles full of insulin. Of course, I was on the standard high blood pressure meds, the thyroid meds. Um, I was on metformin. I just they didn't seem to be helping, so I went off all meds. Now, should everyone stop taking their meds? No, but you need to take a hard look at the meds you're taking, because the more meds you're taking, the more it's going to impact your weight loss. And to the gentleman who is on maintenance, as I am, and he's seeing that weight creep. That's where you gain a quarter pound, or you gain a pound, gain another quarter pound. Sir, a very simple solution: cut back on what you're eating. Watch what you're eating, definitely. I mean, you should not be eating chips and ice cream and cookies and cake and whatever on maintenance. But I would recommend that you cut your quantity of food that you're eating. I would recommend that you only take 5 bites of each food. So if you have vegetables, take five bites of vegetables. You're done. If you have a steak, take 5 bites of a steak. You're done. If you have, I don't know, a salad, take 5 bites of your salad. You're done. I would recommend that you do that. And if you continue to see the weight creep up, then I'd reduce that down to 2 or 3 bites. Uh, you know, folks, really, all we do is sit. If you have a job, you get in your car, and what do? You sit for an hour and you drive to work. When you arrive at work, what do? You sit in a chair for 8 hours. I don't care what your occupation is. When you get done from work, what do? You sit in your driver's seat of your car for an hour to get home. And then, of course, you're exhausted. So, what do? You sit and munch and snack while you watch TV for 2 to 4, maybe even 5 hours. We sit a lot. We sit too much. I'm not saying everybody needs to go get a gym membership. You don't. But try to increase your exercise, particularly those of you on maintenance. Okay. Now, for those of you water fasting, I've told you 0 exercise. I don't care if you don't exercise at all. As a matter of fact, I would prefer it. But for you folks on maintenance, it wouldn't hurt you to walk around the block once. Okay. And if you're so fat you can't make it around the block, walk to the end of your driveway and back 5 times. Try that. I mean, walking is free. I'm not saying you've got to go spend money for gas to get to a gym, to spend more money to work out. I'm not saying that. There's a lot of free things that you can do and participate in that, for those of you on maintenance, will help you exercise. I mean, play pool, uh, you know, whatever. Just don't do it in a chair. Okay. Uh, get out and exercise. And again, watch your portions. If you don't watch your portions, I mean, you know, it's a lifestyle change. You can't consume the entire bag of potato chips. You just can't. You can't have 4 or 5 pieces of cake. You can't. You can't have a dozen donuts, a dozen cookies. That was your old self. Train your new self, because again, it's a lifestyle change. And it's not easy. I don't sugarcoat anything on this show. It's not easy. You see me daily fighting. I mean, right now I'm off my meds and my head is killing me. I feel like you've got a ball peen hammer standing there just hitting me in the head. But I'm going to try to hop off the meds and see if I can tolerate the pain level that I've had for 5 months. I mean, um, so the choices you make aren't easy. I mean, and you've got to make them not on a daily basis, but on an hourly basis. But the choices you make, the portion size you eat, the type of food that you eat, where you eat, I mean, all of that matters. And of course, absolutely, why do you eat? Do you eat because everybody else is eating and you do social eating? Or do you, honest to God, eat because you're hungry? Big, big difference. Big difference. So embrace the lifestyle change and get used to it, because otherwise you'll gain all the weight back plus more. And you've worked so hard to lose the weight, to be on maintenance, that you don't want to gain it back. So, it was hard enough to lose the weight. Now that you've reached your goal, stay within that range. Make it a great day. Make it a great week. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, maybe a little thinner.